Welcome to the Visa Mo, Sagot Ko, ang kauna-unahang lingguhang talakayan ng mga bagong balita at batas ukol sa Australian Migration Law and Process. Tuwing Miyerkules 6 to 6:30 ng gabi mula sa Auspac Visa. Auspac Visa is a trusted Australian migration agency for Filipinos all over the world. Auspac Visa is the home for all Filipino professionals, skilled workers, partners, families, students, graduates, and trainees who want to visit, live, work, and permanently stay in Australia. Makipanayam dito sa Visa Mo, Sagot Ko, ang kalahating oras na talakayan ng mga balita, batas, proseso, at mga isyung tungkol sa pag-a-apply ng Australian Visa. Kasama niyo po si Teresa Cardona, Director, Lawyer at Registered Migration Agent mula sa Auspac Visa sa Brisbane, Australia. Paalala lang po na ang mga talakayan at mga impormasyong mababanggit sa programang ito ay sa pawang mga impormasyon lamang at hindi payong legal at hindi rin at walang kinalaman sa mga personal at natatanging sitwasyon ng mga nanonood at nakikinig. Ang Australian Immigration Law ay madalas na nagbabago kung kaya't makabubuti na ugaliing magsayasat at humingi ng payong akma sa inyong pansariling pangangailangan. At ngayon, live mula sa Brisbane, Australia, ang inyong host at tagapagtalakay ng mga balita, issue, batas at proseso na nauukol sa Australian Migration and Visa Application, Teresa Cardona, Director, Lawyer, and Registered Migration Agent from Auspac Visa.
Hello, good evening everyone. So magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Yung mga nakikinig sa atin from Philippines, from Middle East, from Australia, especially from Queensland. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ngayong gabi na to, we're full pack ng mga tatalakayin ngayon, ano? And if you have noticed, medyo magpo-focus tayo ngayon sa student visa, no? Kasi ang daming mga isyung mga lumalabas, ano? Especially dun sa mga ibang nag-apply pero hindi nakakuha ng student visa. O yung iba naman na nagsimula na ng kanilang applications and they were promised na makakakuha pa rin sila ng visa despite of all the different things going on around them and in the processing of their application, no? So, kung meron kayong mga questions about student visa, this is the right time to ask the question. You can post your question dun sa ating comment section. And also, if you want to share something about your experience sa student visa application, kung meron kayong hindi magandang experience, you can always share it with us para naman malaman din ng iba. Again, medyo aktibo ako dito sa area na to ng student visa kasi talagang this is not to discourage other people. This is not to discourage the young ones and those who want to obtain student visa. But you have to know what's going on in Australia. You have to know how student visa processing is going nowadays. Yung mga nangyari 6 months ago, at kung meron mang precedents o meron silang sample na pinapakita sa inyo na because na-approve noong 6 months ago, 4 months ago, or a year ago, please, nangyari yun 6 months ago. Immigration law and immigration processing in Australia is very dynamic. Walang makapagsasabi na nangyari nung 1 taon o 6 months ago kaya mangyayari din sa inyong lahat. Okay? So just be mindful of that, no? Hindi pare-pareho ang sitwasyon, lalong-lalo na yung policies na ginagawa ng immigration. So say for example, student visa. Sabi ng iba, ay okay yan, pasok kayo ng tourist visa kasi mas madali na kayo ay mabibigyan ng visa kung kayo ay onshore. That was true. Yes, I will agree because we've done that. No, 8 months ago, more than a year ago, yes, it was good. 6 months ago, pwede pa, meron pang kaunti. Pero in the last 5 months, we would like to discourage you to do the tourist visa pathway to student visa because 50% of the visa application lodged onshore doing that pathway is refused. Okay, that's not an assurance that you will get your student visa if you come here on a tourist visa dahil sabi ng isa, mag-tourist visa ka na lang. Alright? That is as honest as it can be. Sorry dun sa iba ha, kung kayo ay tatamaan ng mga sasabihin namin ngayon because really, I think we are known for telling what you should know. We don't sugarcoat because we're not selling courses. We're not selling anything. Yes, we are in partnership with a lot of different universities and colleges, but we are not selling courses. We are not sugarcoating whatever you need to know to come to Australia. Okay? So share lang kung meron kayong mga experience sa mga darating na usapan o kaya yung mga discussion ngayon, ha? Okay, so bakit ako nagsasalita ng ganito, no? Uh, because I'm sick and tired reading the comments in the forum na mayroon silang binayaran na wala, hindi na nila makita, and then na-refuse yung application, even the refunds, they're not getting the assistance to get their refunds. And then, nakakaawa kasi syempre, yung mga perang ginamit nila are not really spare money na pwede lang nilang makalimutan. So it's not like that. In fact, yun yung mga pera from pawis at dugo siguro ng parents nila o yung iba inutang pa or something. And then there were also those people who were promised na pagdating nyo sa Australia, okay lahat. No? Parang gano'n. No? So, no, it's not like that. At ang visa po ay hindi ang student visa po ay hindi end of it all. In fact, it is just the beginning of your journey. Okay? And also another reason why I am trying to discuss student visa with you tonight, it's because yun nga, meron ding lumabas kay Tulfo, no? 11 days ago. Although, I think, 11 days ago. Although the company that was questioned here is quite okay, to return the money, sabi nga kay Tulfo, ni Tulfo, sabihin nyo lang kung kailan nyo ibabalik and we are all okay. Kung kailan nyo ibabalik yung pera and then we are all okay. There should be a form of commitment na ibabalik nila yung pera ng mga taong napaasa na makakarating sila sa Australia. No? So, kung panonoorin niyo yung nangyari doon kay Tulfo, I'm not saying na kasalanan lahat to ng agency o kasalanan ng gumagawa doon. No? Pero there are some points there na magandang erase tonight, no? Because unang-una, doon sa explanation ng taong involved, sinasabi niya na 8 to 12 weeks ang processing ng student visa. The processing of student visa ay hindi lang 8 to 12 weeks, no? It could go beyond that or it could be less than that, no? So 8 to 12 weeks, we cannot promise the 8 to 12 weeks. What could have been promised is ang outcome ng application could happen at hindi ito binibigyan ng takdang panahon. Kasi inaasahan. Kagaya ng isang nagsasabi, nag-resign siya sa trabaho niya. And then, para asikasuhin itong kanyang student visa application. And then, she applied since July. And then, November, walang progreso. Except, of course, she was able to receive a letter of offer. Kaya lang hindi na nga natuloy because there are some issues going on, specifically dun sa pathway para sa 485. And I think that's the reason why they stopped the application. Kasi maraming refusal and then yung pathway siguro na tinitingnan nila ay hindi na pwede. Okay? So that's one, no? And then second, aantayin yung mag-apply. Ang sabi dun sa interview doon, no, kailangan kasi complete application. Kaya hindi natatapos or hindi na ilalodge o walang nangyayari because hindi complete application. In that case, no, hindi dahil sa hindi complete application. Alam nyo, sa istorya ng student visa, tanungin nyo yung maraming nag-a-apply, kumpleto yung mga papel nila. They tick all the boxes. But it's not just merely ticking the boxes. No? Ang kailangan doon ay ang tanong, na-meet ba yung mga legislative requirements for subclass 500? And then you will say na, yes, it's going to pass. It's not a matter of it being complete. So it's a matter of it meeting all the legislative requirements required by subclass 500. and specifically those factors that you need to address in your GTE. Okay, so the second problem yun na nakita ko doon sa explanation. And then he was also asked, how much is the processing fee? Now, this is where the issue is a little bit problematic. When you ask for professional fee, you say what is and how much is the professional fee. Now, in Auspac Visa, when you ask for professional fee, we say, okay, 1,650. That's professional fee. Kasi ito po ay separate item. Pero pag nagsimulang magsabi na, okay, 276,000, kasama na dyan ang insurance, professional fee, ang visa application fee, things like that, magkano ba talaga yung processing fee? Okay? Kung umiikot sa ganoon yung sagot, then it's problematic. You need to have a breakdown para kung magkakaroon ng refund issue, you know exactly how much you are going to get back. Okay? And also, is the processing fee refundable? Kung sakali mang hindi natuloy yung visa. It's okay kung na-processing visa, na-lodge yung visa kasi nagtrabaho naman talaga sila. Pero kung wala, hindi gumana yung application, then you have to know, is the processing fee going to be refunded? And magkano yung particular item na yon? Okay? Para malinaw yung usapan nyo. And third is, yung sistema ng application. Maybe because it's a big company, so there's a processing team, there's an accounting team, there's a branch manager, there's a marketing team and things like that. And then napagpasapasahan na yung mga applicants kung saan sila pupunta. And therefore, that's why they became frustrated not getting the exact answer to their questions. Okay? So, yun yung mga problemang lumabas doon sa programa ni TULFO when one agency in the Philippines happened to be involved in these things. And we're not looking at 20 people. We're looking at more than 140 students na hindi lumakad yung kanilang mga papeles. Magandang gabi sa mga bumabate. Sorry, nakalimutan ko na kayong batiin. Magandang gabi, Gabero, Jeanette, Vince Lozano, and Mark and Grace. So, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Medyo ako'y passionate dito sa mga nangyayari sa Philippines. But anyway, those were the issues that I saw in there. So hopefully, magkaroon ng resolution through the help of TULFO nga, yung programa. Maganda yun, no? Kasi at least there's some form of protection sa mga kumukuha ng mga agencies sa Philippines. Now, the difference with agencies in the Philippines and in Australia, sa Philippines, if your business is registered as a consultancy agency, then you can operate. That's okay. Even if you don't have the professional, even if you don't have the qualified persons in that particular consultancy agency. In Australia, you can't put a consultancy agency if you're not, say, for example, QEAC, meaning to say, Qualified Education Advisor ng Australia. And second, dapat merong registered migration agent. So yun yung difference. Plus, on top of that is, of course, you have to be a lawfully operating business in Australia, which means to say that you are registered under the Fair Work Trading, you are registered sa taxation office and all those things. So yun po yung pagkakaiba. And I think that will give a big difference to someone who is not qualified and making advice or giving advice as opposed to someone who is qualified and has adequate knowledge in making or giving migration advice. So doon po tayo mag-iingat kasi minsan advice ng advice pero wala namang pinangahawakan yung advice, no? Narinig nila, ginawa nila noon, so they pattern it, ita-template, and then iduduplicate nila kasi nangyari sa isa at baka mangyari din sa inyo without any basis, without any foundation. So that is problematic. Okay? But anyway, so let's start with our program, no? Let's start with whatever I need to discuss, no? So first of all, let's see how not to be scammed, no? So Yung terminology na scam, this is loosely used by people, no? So maraming criteria yung pagka na-scam ka. So not necessarily just naloko ka, na-scam ka. So normally it has something to do with naloko ka plus may perang involved, and then ang laki-laki ng marketing strategies nila, and talagang deliberate yung panloloko na gagawin sa iyo, no? Merong ibang agencies na tinatamaan ng mga changes that they're not aware of, but you cannot say that that's scamming. Mainly because nagkamali or hindi na ganoon yung sistema. So that's why it's important yung updated knowledge. Okay, so saan ba dapat pumunta? No? Okay, so sino ba yung dapat i-approach nyo if you are making an application for student visa? Or if you're not making an application for student visa, sino yung kung nagpaplano pa lang kayo, no, sino ba yung mga taong dapat na pupuntahan nyo to give you the proper advice? Okay, one is a qualified education agent. Yung tinatawag natin na QEAC. Okay? So if you're dealing with any education agency or consultancy agency in the Philippines dealing with Australian immigration law or educational system, you will have to ask, do you have the QEAC number? Are you a QEAC qualified? Why? Because they are giving advice on the Australian qualification framework on the courses available in Australia. So they need to know the foundation. Imagine one person giving advice without any knowledge about Australian qualification framework. At kung sakaling tatanungin nyo sila, ano ba yung difference ng certificate sa graduate certificate? Okay? That's a big thing because magkaiba yun, no? And kung hindi yan QEAC, hindi ka masasagot o hindi ka mabibigyan ng tamang sagot. No? And also, ano ba yung mga eskwelahan na merong rating, merong mga level, at bakit merong levels or ratings ang bawat eskwelahan? No? Importante yon. So QEAC, you have to ask. Huwag kayong mahihiyang magtanong kung kausap nyo sila. Kahit na gano'ng kadaldal, magtanong kayo. Tanungin nyo, meron po bang merong QEAC number dito? No? Kasi ibig sabihin, meron silang knowledge sa pagbibigay ng advice sa inyo about the educational system in Australia. Okay? Now also, another person that you can approach is registered migration agent. Okay? Because registered migration agents are also trained to actually give an advice to you when it comes to visa subclasses and when it comes to those courses that has a PR or even the TR, the temporary graduate visa pathways. Okay, and most of the registered migration agents are trained with the Australian qualification framework. Okay, they may not be a QEAC a qualified consultant in terms of education system in Australia, but if they are a registered migration agent, they know what courses to advise to you. Now, most of the consultancy agencies in Australia, they also have an in-house QEAC, or one of the employees or one of the staff or two of their staff will have the QEAC because that's a qualification, because that makes you, credible when it comes to giving advice. Okay, so I am a QEAC qualified, pero tinanggal ko na yan sa qualification ko kasi ang tagal-tagal na noon. So I'm okay to give education advice. We also have two QEAC qualified dito sa Auspac Visa. Okay? Ang pangalan po namin, incidentally, is Auspac Visa. Okay? Meron kasing isang agency, Auspac yung pangalan nila. And dinahanap ako doon. Wala po ako doon. Nasa Auspac Visa po ako. Kaya sabi nila, ma'am, nasaan na kayo? Ba't hindi na daw kayo nagtatrabaho doon? Or you're no longer working for them? I never work for any company except for Auspac Visa. Because yung Auspac, They're claiming that I've worked there and I no longer work for them. I never worked for anyone. I work for myself. I work for Auspac Visa. Okay. Now, okay. So who to approach? One, QEAC consultant. So qualified education Australian counselor or agent counselor, and then RMA. And then the next one is, of course, the immigration lawyers or migration lawyers. So, ayun, alam din nila yon, no? Pero wag masyadong pakatiwala sa mga immigration lawyers kasi kapag ka-immigration lawyers sila, they're handling complex cases, no? Not necessarily ano yung mga course na kukunin nyo o yung eskwelahan na ganyan, no? So siguro kung if you are approaching an immigration law firm and you want to apply for student visa, maybe you can ask whether they do have a QEAC qualified so that at least alam mo na alam nila yung sistema sa pag-a-apply ng student visa sa mga eskwelahan, pag-a-apply sa mga eskwelahan for admission, and then pag-apply ng student visa sa immigration. Okay? So, pagdating sa mga refusals, pagdating sa refusals, cancellation, appeals, hearing sa court, ministerial intervention, immigration lawyer lang po ang pwedeng gumawa niyan o kaya naman ay registered migration agent. Okay, yun lang po. Pero pagdating doon sa judicial hearing, you will need an immigration to actually do that. Okay? So, ulitin ko ang education agent, pwede niyong puntahan if you're looking for courses to take in Australia or schools to take in Australia. But be mindful with education agents, sometimes the problem is, ang i-offer lang nila sa iyo is yung mga eskwelahan na meron silang commission. Diba? So, again, I will encourage you to do your research. Kung halimbawa, gusto mong mag-aral sa TAFE, Queensland or Brisbane, gusto mo dun mag-aral, gusto mo talaga because it has a high standard ng program delivery. Pero eto, pumunta ka sa isang agent, sabi nila, hindi maganda sa TAFE, ang hirap-hirap doon, eto na lang yung course mo kasi offer dito yon. Tanungin niyo yung sarili niyo, is this the kind of program that I want, binibigay ng agent sa iyo, o yung gusto mo talaga na nandun lang sa TAFE, no? So, ganoon, no? Kayo yung magsasabi. Ngayon, pag pinipilit sa iyo, wala silang sa TAFE, well, that's a red flag, right? So, kunin mo kung ano yung gusto mong course, no? Magpatulong ka dahil dun yung gusto mo. Pero wag ka namang ma-persuade dahil lang madali at makakalusot at partner or may commission yung agent nyo doon na rin kayo pupunta. No, wag doon, yung kung ano yung tama, no? So, ayusin, no? And then, importante sa mga nag-student visa, to research. No? Don't just rely on your agent kung anong sasabihin, kung saang eskwelahan, at kung anong course. Research din, no? Kung kailangan humingi kayo ng 10 listahan ng courses and 10 klaseng colleges, do it, no? So, alamin niyo yun kasi that will help you to make a more informed decision. Okay, so yun yung pwedeng gawin ng education agent for you. Pero red flag kapag ka isa lang, 2 eskwela lang ino-offer sa inyo tapos hindi niyo nakita kung anong campus o kung anong eskwelahan. Tanong-tanong, no? Tanong-tanong and then research. And then second, ang education agent po by law is not allowed to give any migration advice. Only registered migration agent, an immigration lawyer, and exempt person na pinayagan ng parliament na makakapagbigay ng advice. Okay? In fact, they shouldn't be even making an application for you kasi kahit madaling gawin yon and sasabihin nyo, form lang naman yan, online lang naman yan, still, they need to know what's underneath all those questions. Kasi ang questions po sa immigration, kahit na form lang yan, merong mga underlying meaning yan. That if you don't understand, you can be carefree to say, yeah, yes, ibigay mo lahat ng sagot mo. Carefree ka kasi you don't understand the impact of that. Pero if you know the impact of each question, just like us, then you will have to be careful. You will really have to be careful because alam mo kung bakit tinatanong yun ng immigration. Parang simple lang yun, no? Bakit tinatanong yun ng immigration? Anong dahilan? Doon nakapaloob yung galing nung gumagawa ng application niya, no? Yeah, so yun yung mga kailangan yung taong i-approach, no? So if you are looking for a course that will give you a pathway for temporary residency or graduate visa, and even for PR, permanent residency, you will need to talk to a registered migration agent. Paano niyo malalaman kung sila ay kung sila ay registered? 'Di ba? Paano niyo malalaman? Una-una, yeah, papakita ng galing nila, no? So kung updated yung knowledge nila, adequate knowledge nila, yeah, okay. So pwede 'yon. Pero paano niyo malalaman kung sila ay registered? So unang-una, yung QEAC, merong listahan yan, no? Puntahan niyo lang yung QEAC website. Makikita niyo listahan ng mga education agents doon na merong qualification. Pagka tinignan nyo naman yung RMA, Registered Migration Agent, tingnan nyo doon sa OMARA kasi meron ding listahan ng lahat ng mga Registered Migration Agents na registered, current yung registration nila, hindi na-cancel, hindi sila na-caution, hindi natanggalan ng lisensya. Okay? Doon naman sa mga lawyers, well, you will have to go through all different states kasi sa bawat state, merong tinatawag na law council. So, nandoon yung pangalan nila if they were admitted to the Supreme Court. Okay. So, again, so ang question talaga, who has an updated and adequate knowledge about student visa? Transition to 485. Kasi pwedeng, ang student visa nagta-transition yan sa 485, yung graduate visa, right? So, ang pwedeng magbigay nun is of course, registered migration agents lang. At saka immigration lawyers lang. Kasi advice po yun, migration advice yun. Now, another question there is, what are the recognized qualification to transition to subclass 485? Sino ang pwedeng magturo din yan sa inyo? No? Again, registered migration agents and immigration lawyers. Pero ano-ano yung mga yon, no? Ito papasok na yung maraming tanong sa atin. No? Vocational programs are okay to transition to 485, but not all vocational programs can transition. Okay? Kaya, say for example, commercial cookery plus diploma of hospitality, okay. Automotive plus automotive certificate 3 and 4, okay. Pero pag nag-umpisa na magtanong ng community services, individual support, leadership and management, meron ba makaka-transition ba yan sa 485? No. Okay? Merong listahan ng mga courses na pwede lang sa 485. Dalawa yung 485, hindi ba? Merong graduate work stream at saka merong postgraduate work stream. No? Paliwanag ko na lang yan sa susunod kasi mahaba itong natin. So, hindi lahat ng vocational courses are eligible to transition to 485. So, if you're looking for something that will transition, you've got to speak to a registered migration agent. Now, the higher bachelor degree, yes, all of them, as long as they meet the minimum number of calendar months, yung 16 months or 92 weeks plus, okay yan. So, pwedeng mag-transition sa 485. And then, yung mga master's degree, coursework, or research, okay yan. Pwedeng mag-transition sa 485, provided they meet the Australian minimum study requirement, yung AMSR. Kasi, kung halimbawa yung master's degree mo, 15 months lang, kulang yon, hindi yan pwede sa 485. So, ganoon, no? Ngayon, ang tanong ng iba, graduate certificate, graduate diploma, saan ba mapupunta yun? Qualification ba yun? Those are not qualifications. No? Those are in-between courses, bachelor and master's. So kung ano yung kinuha nyo sa graduate certificate, pwede nyo ipa-accredit yan papunta ng bachelor o kaya papunta ng master's. Okay. So ngayon, ang dami-daming pumapasok sa Australia. Puro graduate certificate, graduate diploma, as if yun na yung end nila, no? Yun na yung end station nila. Hindi po. Wala pong pupuntahan yon unless you proceed to bachelor or master's in order to get the 485. Because that is not considered a qualification under the AQF. Okay? So sana maintindihan nyo ng iba, no? Anyway, okay. So, hindi lahat pwedeng mag-transition sa 485. That's your takeaway in that case. Okay. Now, how long can you stay in Australia after studying for at least 2 years? And what are the eligible courses? So, yan yung karaniwang tanong ng iba. Pag nag-aral ba ako, makaka-stay pa ako ng Australia? Again, depende sa pinag-aralan mo, no? Kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, kung wala siyang transition sa 485, there's nothing much you can do para makakuha ka nung further stay sa Australia, no? Kaya yung iba, palipat-lipat ng program. Siguro sa second program, makakakuha pa ulit ng student visa. Pag sa third program, baka refuse na. Pupunta na ng tribunal and mag-a-appeal na and things like that. No, yung iba nga second pa lang nare-refuse na because hindi na genuine yung kanilang intention to study in Australia. Anyway, so how long ba yung pwede nyong makuha o pwedeng magstay sa Australia after student visa? So, if you have completed an eligible program under vocational sector, yung vet sector, you will have 18 months of stay. Ayan. So, 18 months pwede kayong magstay sa Australia with unlimited work rights. So, gamitin nyo yan. Para doon sa mga nagve-vet, gamitin nyo yan for your JRP, Job Ready Program. Pag kung saan-saan pupunta, Job Ready Program is very, very important. And then yung mga kumuha ng bachelor degree, you're going to have your 2 years stay in Australia after your study. And with unlimited work rights din yan. Okay, which is really good, no? And then for those who have taken master's degree, you have 3 years period of further stay in Australia with unlimited work rights then. Okay? Now, for those who have taken or completed a doctoral degree, you will have a 4 years stay in Australia with unlimited work rights din yun. Now, bonus, para dun sa mga kumuha ng mga courses na eligible yung kanilang eskwelahan with eligible course, you are eligible to get a further 2 years postgraduate program. A postgraduate stay in Australia. Okay? So in other words, kung kumuha ka halimbawa ng master's degree by coursework, you will have 3 years of further stay in Australia. Pero on top of that, if you have completed that master's degree in eligible university and napa-approve ng university na yun, yung course na kinuha mo, meaning it's an eligible course, then you can apply for a further subclass 485. That will give you an extra 2 years. So total of 5 years. No? Okay, so malinaw yan ha. Now, ano naman ba yung work rights nila? No? So, paano magkakaroon ng work rights itong mga ito? So, alam natin na if you are a student visa holder, you have the work rights. No? Pero ano ba yung restriction sa inyo? No? So, ang sagot doon, yes, you will have your work rights. Pero hindi naman full work rights. No? It is restricted. For those who are holders of student visa under vocational sector, you will have 48 hours a fortnight. Ang fortnight po is every 2 weeks. No? You will have 48 hours a fortnight when the course is in session. And you will have unlimited work rights when it is out of session. Ito na yung mga tanong. Kailan ba out of session? Kailan ba in session? In session is nakalagay yan sa inyong program, no? Sa letter of offer nyo na ito yung mga kailangan mong matapos. And then, meron susunod yan yung holiday. Yung holiday nyo o yung bakasyon nyo, yun yung out of session. So, yung out of session time na yon, pwede nyo gamitin yon to work unlimited. So, usually, yan, pagka Christmas break, di ba? November pa lang, tapos na yung klase. February na yung balik nyo. So, you have what? 3 or 4 months of full work rights, no? So, kaya yung summer holiday na yun, talagang pupukan yung trabaho ng ating mga student visa holders, eh. Kasi that's when they get, money. Kasi pagdating ng February, magbabayad na naman sila ng tuition fee nila para ipagpatuloy yung pag-aaral nila. Now, for bachelor degree, yung student visa holders doing bachelor degree, for the primary visa holder, meaning to say yung pinaka-main applicant, you have 48 hours a fortnight when the course is again in session. Pero kapag ka out of session, you have unlimited or unrestricted work rights. Para naman doon sa kanilang asawa, kung dinala nila yung kanilang asawa, pwedeng magtrabaho ng 48 hours a fortnight at all times. Okay? What does it mean? So kapag ka school holiday, wag niyong sabihin na, ay pareho tayo, unlimited work rights tayo, mag-full-time tayo. No, because independent niyo po, I cannot do that. Kasi 48 hours a fortnight lang siya all the time. Okay? So walang ano sa kanya, walang full work rights na ibibigay sa kanya kahit na holiday. Pero if you're doing masters, say for example, you're visa holders and you're doing master's degree by coursework, yung primary applicant will have 48 hours a fortnight when the course is in session and unlimited hours when the course is not in session. Okay? Parang kagaya rin doon sa bachelor. Pero yung dependent nyo, asawa nyo, kung kasama nyo, will have unlimited work rights all the time. So, ibig sabihin, pwede silang mag-full-time, pero kayong mismong nag-aaral, hindi pwede. Pwede lang kayo ng full-time kapag kayo ay naka-holiday. Alright? Okay, and then, of course, yung master's by research or doctoral degree, you will have your unrestricted work rights. Pati ang dependent, unrestricted din po. So, kung gusto nyo full-time student and full-time worker, ayan, master's by research or doctoral degree. Yan. So, yun yung mga pwede nyong gawin sa Australia. Kaya minsan wag kayo masyadong maniniwala na pwede kayo magtrabaho kahit kailan, kahit kailangan nyo matulog, magtatrabaho kayo. Because you're not allowed. Some people are doing it, pero illegally. No? So, at this point in time, it's not allowed. Ngayon, merong concession na binigay noon. No? Pero hanggang 31st of December lang yon na pwede silang magtrabaho, yung mga nasa nursing sector. No? Pero after 31st of December, you will have to revert to the system na merong restriction sa work rights. Okay? Now, with that, can I say, student visa holders in Australia, if you have your visa, be mindful of the conditions. At the moment, immigration is very, very active in trying to find out whether you are breaching your visa conditions. Okay? So, yung mga hindi uma-attend ng inyong school, attendance, that's one. Kasi you're supposed to complete how many? 80% attendance in school. Okay? So, there's no excuse diyan sa ganyan. No? You can easily get a NOIC, yung Notice of Intention to Cancel. Okay? Marami na ngayong lumalabas na NOIC. Especially in Melbourne, no? Kakagulo na sila doon. I hope sa Brisbane di masyado, no? But if you have that problem, come to us. We will help you to do a very good response to the immigration if your case is meritorious. Anyway, so, yeah. What else? Declaration nyo sa mga GPE nyo na parang patay na patay kayo makarating sa Australia, doing what? Leadership and management because you want to manage and things like that. And then suddenly, nagbago kayo ng course nyo, immigration is checking all those declarations. Okay, kaya be mindful yung mga transfer ngayon, ha? So, Just be careful about that because the last thing that you don't like is to receive a NOIC, the Notice of Intention to Cancel Your Visa. Hindi naman na kayo pwedeng i-refuse kasi meron na kayong visa. But be mindful that immigration has the power to cancel the visa. And of course, kung nireport kayo ng eskwelahan nyo because you're failing your units. Yan. So another problem yan na pwedeng mangyari sa inyo. And also, those students who are working beyond the allowed number of hours. Yan. Sikat na sikat yan sa mga NOIC na natatanggap ngayon. Yung sobra-sobrang magtrabaho, kaya bumabagsak sa eskwela o kaya hindi uma-attend sa eskwela. So, correlated lahat yan. No? Pag hindi ka umattend sa eskwela o lagi kang absent, ano yung ginagawa mo? Okay? And normally, nagtatrabaho ka ng more than and beyond what you are allowed. Taxation records, yung income nyo, no? Has to be explainable, no? Minsan, dami-dami ng pera dun sa kanilang account, dami-dami ng declaration, hindi na consistent dun sa allowed time nyo. Kung 20 hours lang kayo, it's so impossible that you get 3,000 a week. You know. So, red flag yan, mga yan, ha? So, ingat lang po. And follow your visa conditions. Don't breach it. Okay? Kasi baka mas malaki pang problema yung kakaharapin nyo just because you wanted to sometimes send money to the Philippines, unfortunately, sa iba. And paalala din po sa mga nakikinig sa atin, no? From the Philippines maybe. Ito yung because sometimes nabubuo yung hindi tamang expectations, di ba? Na pag pumunta ng Australia, whether student visa, tourist visa, parang kailangan magpadala na ng pera o kaya marami nang maipapadalang pera. Medyo marami na po kami hinawakan cases, student visa holders. They are tempted to do something that they shouldn't be doing. Huwag pong hingi ng hingi, I think, and nakakaawa yung mga istorya ng mga estudyante dito. Merong mga successful stories and there's plenty of them, but there are also those sad stories because of the expectations given to the people in the Philippines na tapos ang daming hingi dito, hingi doon. Kawawa naman yung nandito na. Anyway, okay, so yun lang yung share ko. Siguro marami na ako na-share. Anyway, so let's go to the question and answer. Question number 1. As a student visa holder, is unpaid work replacement for school requirement counted in the 48? Is that replacement or placement? Counted in the 48 hours for fortnight limit. If you are paid, sandali, lagay ulit, Cara. If that is paid, yes, it's counted. Pero kung unpaid, no, it's not counted. And number 2, as a student visa holder, is a 30 minutes unpaid break counted in the 48 hours report? Yung unpaid na 30 minutes, probably not. Probably not. Pero tingnan mo yung payslip mo kung ano yung nakalagay doon. So that will be your first reference, payslip. Ilan yung actual work hours mo. And also, sinasabi ko dito 48 hours a fortnight, no? Hindi naman 24-24, no? Pwedeng dito sa first week na to 8 hours ka lang and then yung susunod mo ay 16 hours. Pwede yung ganon. Pero hindi pwedeng makalimutan mo, ha? So you have to keep a journal. You have to keep a record kasi pag binalikan ka ng immigration, you need to support that, no? And then, for example, you're rostered 8 hours with 10 minutes paid break and 30 minutes unpaid break. Will that be counted as 8 hours? Okay, as I've said, go to your pay slips and whatever you are paid for, number of hours, that will be counted. I will not mind anymore whether it's paid or unpaid because that's you're opening a debate on that. So the best place to go is your payslip. So whatever is in your payslip, that's it. Okay, next one. This is a question from Ray. Ooh, dumami ah. This is a question from Mia Angge Clarin. Good day po, attorney. Ask ko lang po, if ever na may visa 482 and 1 year na pong nag-work ang husband ko sa Australian company niya, pwede po ba siyang mag-request or magpa-sponsor ng visa 186 direct entry stream? Yes, that is possible, but you have to be mindful of the requirements of the 186 direct entry stream. No? So with 186 direct entry stream, you need to have the skills assessment, positive skills assessment, and at least 3 years work experience in the nominated occupation. If your employer is to give it to you after a year, go 186 direct entry. Yeah, for sure, it's okay. But I would think that that is not very practical. Kasi with the changes coming on the 26th of November, 2 years lang yung work experience mo, then you can go to 186 application. But it depends. But it's pwede. Okay. Also, nakalimutan kong i-mention sa student visa transitioning to 485 visa. The 485 visa is not automatic, okay? You need to apply for that. Hindi yan, natapos ko na yung 2 years study ko, magkakaroon ako ng 485. You still need to make an application and there are requirements to be able to. Joel Era Pineda, if magpapakasal po dito sa Australia, need po bang i-update na agad ang IMI from single to married kahit di naman po muna mag-a-apply ng bagong visa or saka na lang po mag-update if mag-a-apply ng bagong visa? Depende sa visa na sinasabi mo, ha? Kung ikaw ay student visa, nagpakasal ka dito, well, you will have to wait until the next visa to make a declaration. Pero kung ibang visa like partner visa or something na active yung IMI account, then you will need to advise the immigration. So I don't know kung anong visa yung sinasabi mo. It will depend on the visa. Okay, so next one. I think that's it. Ang ating mga tanong. Ruby Labaro, please tanong ko lang po, ilang months po bang maaprobahan ang Visa 300? Visa 300, by processing timeline, hanggang 3 years yan, no? Pero in our case, I think we have one a week ago, and that went for 5 months. Depende. Depende kung paano mo ginawa yung iyong application. And I'd like to congratulate yung new couple natin na nagkaroon ng visa. They're very, very happy. Okay, so Ruby Labaro. Please tanong lang po, ilang months po okay, tapos na tayo kay Ruby. Anything else? I think we are okay na kasi it's 7 o'clock. Rafi, attorney, tanong ko lang po, sakali po bang natapos ang package course ng Certificate 4, Kitchen Management and Advanced Diploma in Hospitality Management? Pwede po bang mag-apply ng direct ng 482 kung may sponsor? Well, depende. Meron ka bang 2 years work experience as a chef para ma-sponsor ka under 482? Now, remember po, 482 requires 2 years work experience. Kahit na gustong-gusto kayo ng employer nyo, immigration will require 2 years work experience. Post-qualification, ha? Hindi during qualification kasi naging chef ka lang after ng diploma mo. Okay, so hindi before. So, post-qualification ang bilangan doon. Okay, so yes, 2 years work experience. Hindi pwedeng diretso. Okay, so we're going to do last 2 questions because it's 7 o'clock. Could we have 2 best questions? Wala na yata tayo. Let's see. Rina Alicarte, good day po, attorney. Tanong ko lang po about yung process ng subclass 116. If kukunin po ako ng uncle ko na Australian citizen as their carer, ano po kaya ang mga requirements nito or ilang years po kaya ang pag-process nito? Okay, requirements for carer visa has different parts, no? The first one is, of course, you need to be medically assessed by BUPA and get the disability rating for this 31%. If you get the disability rating, that means your uncle really needs a full-time carer like you. And on your side, of course, you will need to prove and demonstrate that you are willing and you have the knowledge to give care to your uncle. Now, also having said that, you will also need to prove that the care is not available in Australia. That's why they're getting someone like you. Now, processing time, it could take up to 5 years. Ganon kahaba. Kasi may mga conditions na minsan na nare-remission, no? So na bumubuti na hindi na kailangan ng carer. And ganon kahaba yung processing sa care visa. Okay, last questions. We have the last question. So sorry kung hindi ko nasagot yung iba, but hopefully we can get back to them next week. Cara, paki-take down notes yung mga questions and then I'm going to answer them next week. LJ Ella, good day po. May I know how we can book a consultation and also how much po yung consultation fee? Now, to book a consultation, you need to go to our website and then click the book for a consultation. And the consultation fee is $165 if it is a Zoom meeting. And the Zoom meeting will go from 30 to 40 minutes. Now, if you want to see me in person, not that I know that you like, but if you want to see me in person, I will be in my Brisbane office every Thursday for a face-to-face meeting, but that will cost you a little bit more. That will be 220 Australian dollars. That is a consultation fee. Okay, so yeah, and maybe we can post the link for the consultation. Again, maraming salamat po sa mga umattend ngayon. It's a hectic time, so maybe next week we can answer the questions that were not answered tonight. And I'll see you next week for skilled migration. Tingnan natin yung mga pagbabago sa skilled migration. Okay? So see you next week. Maraming salamat po. Have a good night. Teresa Cardona po from Auspac Visa. Like and share our page so that more people will know the updates about Australian visa processing. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye.
Australia, the land of opportunity, natural beauty, and endless possibilities. If you ever dreamed of calling Australia your home, Auspac Visa is here to make that dream a reality. At Auspac Visa, we specialize in helping Filipinos secure the Australian visa they need. Our team of experienced immigration experts is here to guide you every step of the way. From visa applications to paperwork, we handle it all. You can focus on planning your new life down under. And when the time comes, we'll be there with you as you take the oath and become an Australian citizen. Join the thousands of satisfied clients who have made their dreams come true with Auspac Visa. Australia is waiting for you. Contact Auspac Visa today and start your journey towards a brighter future. Auspac Visa, your trusted immigration law services. Call us today or visit our website to schedule your consultation.